If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on?
So, The Last of Us is here. The first episode is out. What did you think? I personally thought it was really, really good. Now, there was some things I was worried about when it first came out. The news of the casting was, did they get it right? Did they get it wrong? It was hard to tell at that point. When they first said that Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey were going to be playing the two main characters in The Last of Us, being Ellie and Joel, some people, including myself, were a little bit like, is that the right choice? I think it turns out it was. Bella Ramsey as Ellie, I was really surprised by. I didn't think she would do as good of a job as capturing the character as she did. She was amazing. Every time she was on screen, she was believable as Ellie. She didn't overplay it. She didn't underplay it. She just played it perfectly. And when it comes to Pedro Pascal, he exceeded what I thought he would do as Joel. He's an incredible actor, obviously. He's been in a load of different things and has been great in all of them. But he nailed the voice, which for me is a huge thing. It may not be to some people, but the voice was spot on. The mannerisms of Joel, perfect. And he was completely believable, which is the main thing for a character. They need to be believable. Overall, I think they cut certain things out of it or altered things which I think could be altered. And if I'm being honest, I think they did an incredible job of taking certain shortcuts and certain things out of the game which you didn't need to be in a TV show, as well as adding a few things which I think made it a little bit more epic. The plane crashing into the town as they're driving through, that was a really cool extra to add in, considering the fact that I think the original one is just a car crash. You just end up getting T-boned. Now, there was also a point where in the game you're chasing Robert down when you're playing as Joel, and you've also got Tess with you because of a deal that went bad. They altered this in the TV show where you don't chase down Robert, and I think that was a wise thing to do. That was added into the game, in my opinion, to kind of help you get through, play through, and learn how to use some of the mechanics in the game. You don't need that in a TV show. We're not playing it, we're just watching it. But the fact they tied that in with how Ellie is introduced to Joel, and her still jumping out at him in the same way and trying to shiv him with a knife, that was amazing. The way they tied those two together and essentially just took a shortcut to further down the line where Joel meets Ellie, I thought that was perfect. They cut out a certain bit of gameplay which I think worked really well. But yeah, there's certain things that the TV show added and certain scenes which they kind of beefed up a little bit, which I thought was perfect. But they understood the source material. HBO did really, really well in regard to this. I think it helped a lot having Neil Druckmann on board. Obviously, him creating the story and the game. It was good to have him there to make sure they didn't stray out of bounds to a point where a video game enthusiast who loves The Last of Us like myself thought, where are they going with this? Why have they cut this? Why have they done that? Because of having him on board, I truly believe they stuck to the source material more than potentially they would have done if he wasn't there. So I think that was a huge thing to have him involved in the recording of the first season. Now, my hopes for going forward is that they keep doing this, that they don't decide to just take things out that need to be left in, and they don't decide to embellish on things that don't need to be embellished on. Keep to the source material. Add little bits, add some context, maybe a little bit of background to certain things that maybe weren't fleshed out in the game, and I think it could be an incredible success. If episode 1 is anything to go by, I think they nailed it. That's just my personal opinion, and I don't think I'm probably going to do any more reactions, but I wanted to do this one because I love The Last of Us. It's one of my favourite games of all time. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Do you think it was as much of a success as everyone has made it out to be? Do you think there's anything they missed in the first episode? Let me know down below. But yeah, that's everything from me. Till the next time, bye bye.